If you want to be able to buy the most expensive players and open the best packs in FC24, go to u7buy.com to buy your EA FC24 coins. It's cheaper than buying FC points and just as reliable. With their already amazing prices, you can get an extra 6% using promo code Inception at checkout. Hey guys, do me a favor. So for Udogi, because he's leaked, basically, I think they already leaked him over here. Yeah, so they already leaked him. EA doing EA things, huh? This card, let me know if you guys want me to upgrade him for the review, because I think he might end up being an SPC, right? Can I even check the stats of this card? I might actually be able to check them on the websites if they've actually updated it already. Udogi. Yeah, he's not even in the game yet. I wonder if this card's going to be a lengthy player because of, you know, like Kai Havertz, how he's like a lengthy and he's actually like a pretty solid left back. If this Udogi card is kind of similar, it could be pretty solid, to be fair. You know? But we have the new FS Glow Up evolution to check out. This one is Stat Boost and Pinged Pass. Pinged Pass is actually very nice. That's actually a W play style. But for this one, it's really interesting because there's a few options here that make some of these cards a little bit more meta to work with, right? And that's going to be like the main things that people are going to be taking a look at, because one of the cards is actually Musa. Musa is, I believe, one of the season objective players, right? So if you go to the season, I think he's like, what was he, like level 15 or 20 or something? Let's see, I forget what he was. Auto claim. I haven't been on this account in so long. Season progress. It's not that one. It's this one, right? So he's level 10, right? AC Milan player. So that's the one that people are looking at the most. So he has long ball pass. Long ball pass? Yeah. Long ball pass and pings pass. So really good passing capabilities for this card in general, right? This card is also... Is he lengthy? Let me see here, actually. I'm actually curious now. Let's take a look, because if he is, it'd be really sick on that anchor for sure. Let's take a look here. Okay, so Musa, Popular Evolutions. This card on an anchor is a controlled player. Still controlled player. Okay, so 93 for acceleration, 99 for sprint speed. This card still looks decent though. It does. Reason being is because you give him some pretty significant improvements. Like, this card does look better than some of the actual midfielders that they put in the Future Stars Academy ones, because he actually has defensive stats, right? He's got interceptions, defensive awareness, standing tackle. If you're playing a card like this in a right mid position, or, you know, a 3-back formation, or you actually want to use him as your right wing back, you could, right? On a shadow chemistry style, he has 97 acceleration, 99 for sprint speed, and defensive stats are significantly higher, while working with good physical. Dribbling stats are there as well. He's a medium work rated card, so I could see people actually using him in those general areas. Alternate positions, it just says right mid. So, you know how, for instance, you know how Cannavaro just came out? And Cannavaro is a person that you could play at center back or right back before the game starts. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, you would have your two main center backs. Cannavaro would play in the 5-back, and then Musa, playing at right mid before the game starts, would then be rotated into the right wing back position. So that's just something that you could do, right? Obviously, I don't promote the use of 5-back, but it's just something that you can do if you choose to, right? A card like this in that area looks pretty solid, right? It looks like a very nice option. Long ball pass is a W playstyle, and so is pinged pass. But you can also potentially use a card like this as one of your 2 CDMs, one of your 2 center mids. You know, a stay back while attacking cover center mid player doesn't look bad either, right? So would not be a bad choice if you went in that direction, especially if you're working with the Serial links, right? Letessier. This card, if you unlock her, it's tough to say. I think with her, you have to kind of rely on defensive AI and to mainly actually put her at CDM or something, right? Because she's a little bit smaller. Playstyle wise, she has pings pass, long ball pass, slide tackle, aerial. So I mean, it looks like a card you'd probably have to actually use in the right back position. But if you use her at right back, you know, the pace is going to be a little bit on the lower side at this point in the game, right? People definitely work with way higher pace nowadays, especially if you're up against like the Mbappes and all that kind of stuff. But if you're playing like a very conservative defense, it might not be a horrible option. But this is more for like the Man United fans, obviously. The play styles, she's got Anticipate Plus, which is very nice. Pings Pass is also very nice. Does she have stats all around elsewhere? Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, it has to be a card that you somehow put in the CDM position, honestly, because Anticipate Plus is a W there, and so is Ping Pass Plus. But she has the center back position change, so that is actually helpful, because if you start her off at center back in a 5-back formation, you can rotate her into the CDM position just for like the chemistry and stuff, right? So it wouldn't necessarily be a bad choice, right? She actually looks like she could be decent, but it really depends on how good her AI is, right? And she doesn't really have a ton of defensive playstyle, so you do have to be very mindful of that. But in game, she could be pretty decent. Who knows? We have another card here, Pablo Barrios, who does get significant improvements. His original evolution, or his original playstyle plus is press proven, which honestly is actually pretty nice to work with. I don't mind that whatsoever. This card looks pretty interesting because as a midfielder, he actually has some pretty solid defensive playstyles, right? Technical is a W to work with. He has intercept, block, and slide tackle. And then the relentless working with a press proven, that's actually like a really big deal too. That could be very nice to work with, especially for people that are working with the DePaul link with this Barrios link, 2 Atletico Madrid players playing at center mid or CDM position. You can't go wrong with that, right? It's 2 pretty decent cards by the looks of it. This card is a 5'11 player, and he could be rotated into the center mid or CDM position, so not too bad there. We have this card over here, who plays for Frankfurt, Pacho. A low high work rated card, left-footed, already a W there. He's got Bruiser Plus, really good play style. Pinged pass, playing in the center back position. Alt positions, none apparently. Ooh, the meta on this one looks kind of nuts. Depends what your playstyles are. Long ball pass, block with Bruiser, intercept, relentless, aerial. I mean, to be fair, he has some pretty good playstyles. This is a card you could definitely look into for sure. 100%. Frankfurt. Does Frankfurt have any of those cards that get you the links easily? Kolomowani, yeah, right. I highly doubt people have that card. Oh, Dina Ibembe. Yeah. Little link to this guy if you really wanted to, huh? Not bad. You could totally do that. I've seen some people use him at right wing back in a 5-back. Big guy in that area. This guy's not bad, though. You know, nice little cheeky link to Frankfurt specifically. Interesting. Okay. We have Bisek, King's Pass, Aerial Plus, high work rates, right footage, center backs, high. Ooh, excuse me. Shadow chemistry style puts him in a really good area, actually. So he's right-footed, right? Right-footed, but he has a high, but he's also super tall. Power header, long ball pass, and block. Not a lot of defensive stuff, just a block, but he's really tall. So shadow chemistry style to improve defensive stats as much as possible while working with better pace might not be a horrible decision. But it just depends. Like, these are the types of cards you have to see in game, because playstyles obviously plays a really huge part. But what also plays a huge part is that he's massive, right? He's a 6'5" player. So that's also a very huge variable that you can potentially work with too. He looks like a 3-back formation or 5-back formation type player. Like, you play him in the side areas of the center back, right? Like the left or the right side, because of the high work rates and whatnot. This guy was an SBC, Richardson, who gets a more significant upgrade to put him in a pretty decent area. Shadow chemistry style. It's interesting. So the SBC comes out for this guy, and now he's Moroccan instead of French. 4-star, left-footed player, medium high work rate, 6'5", and then you give him pinged pass. The thing is that I've tried out this card in game. He definitely needs some more defensive playstyles. That's what I'm saying. That's the thing you have to check out the most when it comes to some of the other cards as well. But yeah, he kind of lacks in the playstyles, I would say. This guy, I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't really watch Arsenal too much. Kiwior? I have no idea. The improvements for him is nice. I think I recently used him on the RTG account as an SBC player. Still costs the same amount. Nep will be happy about this one for sure. Shadow Chemistry Style. Not too concerned about the lengthy as much on this card because his pace is in a pretty decent area. Obviously, if it was that pace with the lengthy, it would definitely be way more helpful for sure. But 92 acceleration, 96 for sprint speed, defensive stats massively improved. That puts him in a pretty good area, actually. Good dribbling stats with good reactions and composure. Left-footed player, so really cool to use in that left center back position. And then physical stats also in a good area too. Play styles. He does at least have Jockey with block. He does at least have that. Jockey with block is really cool. But he has passing play styles. So a card like this might have to be used in the CDM position. Yeah, CDM position, he has potential. He has potential. Very, very good play styles to help out in the build-up, right? Because the passing ones is, like, it's nice to have in the center back position, but it's a little bit more wasted. But in the CDM area for the general build-up, especially when your side players start to make, like, forward runs and whatnot, you know what I mean? He also has incisive pass too, so like just a bunch of passing stuff that could be helpful. Jockey and block is cool, right? Jockey and block is definitely very cool. An interesting one for sure on this one, 100%. We have this player who was the gameplay objective. I already put her into an SBC, so I guess for like Leverkusen fans that want to put some improvements on her, Rapid Plus with the passing playstyle is pretty cool. That's actually not bad at all. Rapid Plus, pinged pass, power shot, incisive pass, whipped cross. Whipped cross is a W, quick step and aerial. Some pretty good stuff, actually. Not bad. This was also the gameplay objective, I believe, right? Yeah, I think it was him too. Mostly lengthy, shadow. Ooh. The thing is that I've used this card in the center back position. Didn't have any special variables, in my opinion. Now with the improvement, obviously it could be a little bit different, who knows, but he only has intercept, bruiser plus, pinged pass. Again, looks like a card you'd probably have to use in the CDM position more than anything, but again, lacks in play styles. So not bad for like the people that want to work with like the Monaco links for the most part. But yeah, left back, this guy was the season objective player. He gets a significant improvement. The pace is not a worrisome thing in regards to him not being lengthy because he has really good pace for base card stats. Physical is on the lower side though. High medium work rates, 5'9", play styles. Let's see what he has. I mean, he does have some pretty decent play styles. Whipped cross plus is actually a W with pinged pass. That's actually nice. Because a card like this, if you keep him on an overlap instruction, he actually has some pretty good playstyles. Block with anticipate's actually helpful. Anticipate mainly. I think anticipate's a really big one in the fullback position because these guys usually get the ball back in those areas. So it's good to have something like that for sure. We have the Bayern player who is 4-star, 4-star, explosive player. Strangely formatted, especially with the dribbling stats. She's a 5'8" player. Kind of makes me want to give her a hawk because of the way that it's formatted, right? But then you would be lacking in the pace department with her. Playstyles would be really good passing ones, so incisive pass and pinged pass, so W for the attacking position. Finesse shot, jockey, technical. She has a jockey too. Rapid, press proven. That looks interesting. If you wanted to go in that direction with the Bayern Munich players. And then we have this guy who was the SBC, who looked like complete trash, who does get the improvements. It still looks like all right? These are cards that you get, I think, mainly for sentimental. Still looks like a card that's usable, but you would just have to work with the pace being on the lower side if you provide him with the finisher chemistry style. We also have some other options here, the last two basically, which is the Nets card, who is a Bundesliga left back. So if you don't have the Alphonso Davies card, you can obviously go for something like this. Is Davies going to be a better option to work with? Most likely, right? Davies is obviously very nice. But this card doesn't look poorly formatted at all. He actually looks like he could be pretty decent, right? Because he has good pace, defensive stats in a very, very good area, physical stats in a good area. For people, I mean, this guy looks like a good card. No good. It's probably going to be a very underrated card, if anything. Yeah. Relentless, pinged pass, long ball pass, jockey with intercept, press proven quick step, and long throw. Like, he has some pretty good play styles. This is a Bundesliga player, yeah. If you're building a Bundesliga team, look into this one. This one's actually a decent card. Really good play styles, big guy as well at 6 foot. Not bad. Medium high work rates. Might be really ideal as like a 3-back too, eh? Pings pass with long ball pass. You can use this card at left back or center back, honestly. That's an underrated one. This guy could be nice. Jockey, intercept, quick step, long throw. 2 more like defensive play styles would have put him in a really good area, but CDM Ricci, Shadow Chemistry style again, boost the pace, 95, 94 accelerate, 94 sprint speed, defensive stats massively increased. CDM player mainly, 5'10", medium high, CDM center mid, jockey with an intercept. Jockey intercept on the card with really good defensive stats and then really good passing. Yeah, so it's a card that you keep on stay back while attacking in the CDM position, but he helps you out in the general build-up place. If you're using a formation like a 4-2-3-1 or something, then that would be really ideal. Guys, from the selections that I see here, I think like main ones is like a few different ones. Like Pacho could be really nice, to be fair. He definitely looks like he could be nice. This left back from the Bundesliga looks good. Musa looks good, but I think a lot of people are going to go with the Dogi, so I might have to actually level him up when the evolution comes out, because he might be the one that people want the most. I'm going to be honest, because of the Premier League links and stuff, right? So just one last reminder, again, that Udogi is leaked here, okay? If you go to evolutions, he's the person that shows up on the front. Paid. Right? He's the one that shows up front. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like he might be one of the choices that people want the most. So just be very mindful of that. I think he would be popular if people knew what his stats were. Because it looks like a... What is that, 93 pace? It looks like a Shadow Chemistry style player. And he could be really good. So we'll see. We'll see what the vibes are. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.